The US government has officially hit a wall. Just after midnight last night, a shutdown took effect after lawmakers failed to reach a deal on funding for the new fiscal year. What does that really mean? For federal workers, for services, and for the US economy as a whole, here's what you need to know. The US government officially entered a shutdown following a bitter stalemate in the Congress. Lawmakers were basically unable to pass either the 12 appropriations bills necessary to fund federal operations or a short-term continuing resolution to maintain current funding while the negotiations continued. The House Speaker, Mike Johnson, placed the blame on the Democrats, saying that they were holding out to extend Affordable Care Act tax credits that basically help millions of Americans pay for health insurance. Democrats, led by the House Minority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, countered that, saying that Republicans were refusing to protect affordable coverage. The Congressional Budget Office estimating that around 750,000 federal employees will be furloughed. 750,000. In the initial days, at a daily payroll cost of roughly $400 million. This shutdown marks the first in nearly 7 years and threatens to disrupt a wide range of federal services, from healthcare administration to regulatory enforcement. As Americans brace for the effects of a political deadlock on Capitol Hill, the last shutdown, again during Trump's first term from December 2018 to January 2019, lasted 35 days and cost roughly $3 billion in lost economic activity. Many federal workers during that period struggled to afford childcare or commuting costs. Agencies have been slow to release contingency plans, but some have warned of potential impact. Historically, most shutdowns lasted only a few days, but federal workers face unpaid leave and financial strain. The government shutdown directly affects federal employees, dividing them into furloughed and accepted categories. Furloughed workers considered non-essential are sent home without pay, while essential personnel, including law enforcement, air traffic controllers, and active duty military, continue working but also go unpaid. Although the Congress has guaranteed retroactive pay for furloughed employees, once operations resume, families living paycheck to paycheck may face immediate financial strain, struggling with mortgage, utility, grocery payments. Service members similarly receive back pay after the funding is restored. The longer the shutdown persists, the greater the financial pressure on both the furloughed and accepted employees, which basically tells you that the personal impact of the political deadlock is massive on everyday Americans. According to the Associated Press, Director of Congressional Budget Office has said that a short shutdown does not have a huge impact on the economy, especially since federal workers by law are paid retroactively. But if a shutdown continues, then that can give rise to uncertainties about what is the role of the government in our society and what the financial impact is on all the programs that the government funds. The impact may not be immediate, but over time, there is a negative impact of a shutdown on the economy. Also, the markets have not reacted strongly to the past shutdowns. In fact, at the close of the 3 prolonged shutdowns since the early 1990s, equity markets finished flat or even up. After initially dipping, a government-wide shutdown would directly reduce growth by around 0.15% points for each week it lasted, or about 0.2% points per week. Once private sector effects were included, growth would rise by the same cumulative amount in the quarter following the reopening. So while the essential services continue and the markets may hold steady for now, the real cost of this shutdown will be felt by the federal workers, families, and everyday Americans trying to navigate that uncertainty. Lawmakers are back in session today, and all eyes will be on Capitol Hill to see if they can actually break the deadlock or if the government will remain at a standstill, with the economy and millions of lives caught in the balance.